Today we'll be seeing the explanation of a new lesson, and the name of the lesson is packing. The author of this lesson is Jerome K. Jerome. We see he's a famous author and a famous writer. About this lesson, if you see the title packing, what do you come to know? When you listen to the word packing, you really feel excited. Yes, when do you do packing? It's when you go for an outing, it's when you go for a tour, it's when you go to picnic, it's when you spend your time in your relative's house, in your native place on holiday. Now in this lesson, we see the three friends, that is George, Harris and Jerome. Jerome is the narrator of the lesson. The narrator, he decides to go on a holiday. Jerome was very proud of his packing, so he offered to do the packing task, on which other two of his friends agreed. Now what did Jerome wanted? He wanted to supervise his friends, and his friends would pack. But the narrator's intention, we see it was different. According to him, both would do the packing task under his direction. The narrator, he hated other people relaxing while he was working. However, we see in this lesson, children, the narrator, he started packing and soon he finished it. Now the narrator, he thought that he was very proud and a skillful packer. Harris asked the narrator that he had put the boots in the package. The narrator searched and found he had forgotten. He opened the bag and he put the boots again inside. And when he was closing the bag, all of a sudden he realized that did he put his toothbrush inside. Now when the narrator, he started unpacking the things, he was not finding his toothbrush. He found the toothbrush of Harris, he found the toothbrush of George, but did not find his. And he searched for his things at least 18 times. But we see then at last he got this toothbrush which was put inside one of the boots. He put the things back once again. Then he found it inside a boot and packed the thing one more time. After he finished packing, George asked if the soap was in. The narrator said that he did not care about the soap, whether it was in the bag or outside the bag. Now here we see, according to the expression and words of the narrator, that he got irritated. Again he had to open the bag as he had packed his spectacles in. The bag finally got finished at 10:05 p.m. Now the hamper task was remained to do, which was taken by George and Harris, on which the narrator agreed. Now what we see, children, both of his narrator's friend, they started packing very cheerfully, and this showed that they liked packing. However, according to the narrator, they were worst packers in the world. The narrator could see the piles of plates and cups, kettles, bottles, jar, cake, tomatoes all over again, and felt that the things would soon become exciting. The narrator was thinking right as they started breaking the cup. Harris packed the strawberry jam on the top of tomatoes and it squeezed. It got squashed and everything was in a complete mess. George stepped on the butter. The narrator came over and quietly sat on the edge of the table, which irritated both his friends. And then what happened? They were not able to find what they want. They packed all the pieces at the bottom and squashed them by putting heavy things over them. Whenever you see your mothers packing, children, we always see they are very careful and they pack all the delicate things and they keep it on the top of the things so that it doesn't get squashed. Now further, what we see, both of them were very upset. George got the butter off his slipper and tried to put in the kettle, but this was not happening. At last they dragged it out all and put it down the chair. Harris sat on it and the butter stuck to him. Now, this was really funny. They were searching for the butter packet all around, and at last they found it on his back. Now, then they packed it finally in the teapot. Now, here comes the entrance of the pet dog of Jerome, that is Montmorency. Pet dog had an ambition in his life to get in the way and get scolded. Now, when the dog as a pet animal, if you will be having, you are aware whenever you pack things or do something, they always come in and around it, and everything gets messed up. Now we see same thing happens in this lesson. The dog is, it's spoiling all the things once again. Now the packing was done at 12:50. Harris said that he hoped nothing would be found broken. They decided to go to sleep. George asked when they should wake up. After a little argument, they decided to wake up at 6:30. Now, what do you find in this lesson, children? We never know, did George, Harris and Jerome, they got up at the right time or not? Yes, because they spent most of their time on packing and they did not sleep at the right time. What do we learn from this lesson? We learn that we need to cooperate things. We need to cooperate with others. Moreover, whenever you're doing something, any skill, you have to not feel proud of what you're doing. But yes, you have to always be kind, generous towards others. Thank you.